Hey everyone, I thought I'd start a little video here. I'm constantly going onto YouTube and trying to figure out how to repair things around my house. And I figured, you know what, I'm always doing this stuff, maybe I should video one myself. Anyway, this would be for my neighbors that have the same home as me, but right today what we're doing is we're just replacing the cartridge for a Delta bathtub faucet. This is the new product that I went down to Home Depot and purchased for this particular faucet. Yours may be a little different, but always take your old one out and take it down there and they'll match it up with how it looks. But this is for a Delta faucet, this particular install. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to adjust the camera here. And so we had the problem here was that we were leaking all around here, and it was leaking out the faucet and dripping all night long. And I'd seen this done before, so I figured I could do it for cheap. So both of these cartridges cost me $18. So that's a lot better than having to buy a whole new faucet handle combination or call a plumber in here. Most of this stuff you can do if you're like me, and we just figure it out and go onto YouTube and yeah, and save some money. So what I'm doing here is I'm just popping out this plastic part. You can get a little screwdriver. You get it out like that, and underneath is a screw, and the screw will release the handle. Now these are really rusted, so get a little muscle there, monkey grease as they like to say, and get this screw out of here. A little screw holds down the handle. Now, of course, before you do any of this, you want to turn your water off to your house. One very important aspect of the job. Now these can be a little stuck because they've been on there a while, but it will just pop up with a little. So as you can see in here, water's just kind of dripping around, just coming out on its own there, because all the rubber seals and everything have worn out over time. So at this point, what we got to do is there's a nut on the top of this guy. I do have the water out for it. Oh, this one's completely trashed. It's trashed. Okay, so there's a nut right here on the top that you can, it shouldn't be too tight. Yeah, this one's really bad. It just kind of slips off here like that. That's the nut, and it holds down the cartridge that's in there currently. Now at this point, the cartridge should just come straight up. However, you know, it's going to be in there a little bit, so we need to just kind of pull straight up, wiggle it around a little bit. There we go. And water just flows out. Okay, so that's the cartridge, the old cartridge. It's going to have a little rubber washer here. And that's all probably old and no good. This whole thing's no good. But again, this is like $9 at Home Depot. Okay, versus hundreds or thousands of dollars for a plumber to come in here and fix this for you. Okay, so inside there we have a washer and a little spring. They're just sitting down in there. Okay, and here's what they look like. And this is how they sit on top of each other. So you've got the washer and underneath the spring, okay? And it just sits right on top. Okay, and the spring tension just kind of keeps it butted up against the bottom of right here, which keeps the water from flowing. So, and when you turn it, the opening is right there. You turn it like that, see? Pretty ingenious. Okay, so that's all shot. And what we're gonna do is kind of clean up around here a little bit, open up our new one. At first, when I watched my video, they didn't really explain how the spring and the washer went in there. And I mean, it's self-explanatory, I guess, when you kind of look at it, but basically the spring goes in first, and then the washer sits on top. Now, there's a little hole down inside here that they go into, and with the water in there, it kind of makes it hard to get them to go in there. You just kind of carefully use your needle nose pliers and just drop it down in there. Now, it's not going to go right in there because of all the water. The spring will go, but the washer will float around. So you got to kind of use your fingers and get it on there as best you can. What I had to do was just kind of push it down around the spring. It is supposed to go around the spring, but inside the hole. It finally kind of pops in there, but it's a little tricky because the hole is a little small. We don't want to damage the washer, so if you're going in crooked, that'll be the issue. Yeah, this is giving me some trouble. The other one went a little easier. Of course, it's the one I'm doing the video on. I think last time I got more of the water out of here. Now the thing flipped upside down because it goes a certain way. The thinner part goes around the spring. And it keeps floating around on me. There it is. I got it. Use a little force on it, and then when you're able to push it up and down, you'll feel the spring pushing on it. But it should go in there even. And I can feel the spring pushing. There we go. That's the hardest part of the install right there. Just takes a little patience, and you will get it. So take your new one here. And remember which way it goes, which I forgot to look honestly when I pulled this out, but it will line up. Obviously the flat part here goes because we're in the closed position on top of the washer, so you can kind of see that right there. And there's a couple little notches right there. You'll see the notches. Let me show those to you. It's going to be kind of hard to do, but there's a notch right there. See that? See how the water's just flowing here? So I think that I might have another issue. Another issue here. There's probably more parts of the valve down in there. I'm not sure. But this would fix my immediate problem once I get it all together. But look, the water's just flowing. Well, the water is off on the house side, so somehow water is still coming through here. So I'm assuming, but I don't know, but I'm assuming that more of this taken out, there's probably another washer deeper down in there or something. I don't know, I'm not sure, honestly. That's a total guess. I don't know, there's probably not a washer because this is the valve, but I don't know why the water is still pouring through here. That might mean that my main water supply valve, it leaks a little bit. I'm not sure. Okay, so now we take our very corroded bolt here, it goes right over the top and screws down over the top of our new valve. Now once you tighten this up, that's going to seal everything. We're just going to give it a little bit of a little turn here. It doesn't have to be brute strength. You just want to get it snug. blocking the camera, ain't I? This is my first YouTube video, so there you go. Hey, but I was smart enough to get a tripod. Okay, so we tighten this up here. I know this video is lengthy, but I think I appreciate the videos myself when people actually talk. I've seen some videos where people just play music over what they're doing, and that does not help me. I need the person to slowly explain to me what's going on. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so we got all that in there. We got our handle. There's a notch in here. And it's gonna just find the sweet spot here. Oh, I think it goes this way. Nope. There we go. Nope. Oh, okay. There's a flat side there's a flat side on here. But the problem I'm having, wait a minute. Huh. Okay, that's working. There we go. Okay, that's good. That's right on there. Put your screw back in, tighten it up, and you've just replaced a Delta cartridge. And that $18 is a lot better than having to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a plumber to come out here and fix your Delta cartridge. That's it right there. Okay, brand new. All right, I hope that helped, and maybe I'll do some more videos. That's my first YouTube video, and good luck.